Hey, Studog here, and welcome back to Stanley Parable, the Ultra Deluxe version. That's right, we're playing Stanley Parable. In the first one, we followed the rules, and in following the rules, we ended up completing the game, which is what we wanted to do. So we experienced and beat Stanley Parable, and now we're going back to check out the new stuff, maybe even break some rules, because, we don't need to follow the narrator. So right now in this playthrough, we're not going to follow the narrator. We're going to do the opposite of what he says and see where it will take us. Okay, so here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where did everybody go?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Workers, where did you go? Whoa. Hello? Where did everybody go? Anyone in there? No? Okay, we're just gonna have fun with this. Whoa, two
Stanley
doors.
came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Okay, left. This is totally left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did I?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, the employees' lounge is down here. I did not know that. Wow, employees' lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
So
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay, let's keep going.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We're just making up. Whoa. What's this go?
Look,
Oh, it's
Stanley,
working.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
What do you mean?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story
Where's
has
this guy?
been about nothing but you all this time.
Imagine jumping off into there, going that way.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's been waiting? What's this? Where's this go? Oh,
That's her, Stanley. You
Huh.
need to be the one to do this. To
To
reach
what?
out to her.
hello? 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 This is Stanley. Speak. What the heck am I? 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I wish.
Who want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a
Ouch.
point here, Stanley.
What's that?
I'm trying to get you to see something.
What?
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
My
This is a
shitty
very
couch.
sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
We need the deaf. What? Good morning, employee. Pressing buttons on your controller.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Why can't I go into the bedroom?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
No, I'm not.
He's going home.
Really?
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I haven't. I didn't choose this.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
do you mean?
Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
What do you mean this narrator dude's a Ass.
Each day that he returned,
He's an ass.
was a reminder that none of it
He
would ever
just
happen.
wants me to press buttons.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Oh, what job is
First,
that?
he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
But they did.
Thought excited him terribly.
Wait,
So he
seriously?
went further.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that he came to two open doors
Uh-huh.
and that he could go through either.
Yeah, I
At
did.
last, choice. It
Right.
barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
No, it doesn't.
Mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yep.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began
What
to
the-
fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
There's more stuff in here.
Down one path lay an enormous
Hey, look, that's my
round room
desk.
with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Really?
And down another was a game with a baby.
A game
And
with
he
a
called
baby?
it The Stanley Parable.
He did?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again,
Look, it's
over and
time.
over, wishing beyond hope
Apparently
that it
it's,
would never end,
5
that he
to
might
10.
always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
One more time.
But there is no answer.
Whoa.
How could there possibly be?
427.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this
Good,
world,
doors
he
are
can
still
never
open.
be anything but an observer.
An
As long as
observer.
he remains here, he's slowly
Just like
killing
you guys at
himself.
home.
He won't listen
You're
to
observing me play this game. Funny.
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Really? Okay. I need one to be work in the morning. Okay. I want to press it. Press. Please press any button to be at work at the morning. What if I don't want to press the button? I'm going to just see here. Yeah, let's just not press the button. Yeah, the narrator said don't press it. Should I just press any button? What else? I'll press any.
Can he just not hear me?
I
How can I
d-
tell him in a way that he'll understand that
What?
every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
And what's that?
Perhaps, well, maybe this time you'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
And
die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? I think I just killed. I think I just died. Alright, the game's over. That's another ending done. I wonder how to get this new content. Maybe we go all the way through. And you remember how there was an escape?
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Remember, some of these laptops have inputs that we can put in. There it is. Okay, there's more around. I think every time it reloads, it changes. Let's keep going. This time, we're not going to go on the right, we're going to go on the left door. We're going to go all the way to the end.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're going to go on the door on the left. And this time, we're going to go through the escape door. Okay, escape door. Welcome to the
Yet
meeting
there was
room.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Okay, we're
Coming
going.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, we're going, we're going. No one's here. Whoa. There's an elevator. Okay, up the elevator. I'm scared about the elevator. It's weird. Let's go to the boss's office.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour.
Ow.
But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry, buddy.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Well, I just wanted to.
Just for a few moments, with some calming new age music.
No time to relax. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Open the door, dude. Who cares about your shit? A terrible taste of music, Mr. Nerd.
And rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, open. Alright, let's go back for it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Speed run this shit. Which will probably be another episode because there is a trophy where you have to speed run, so. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
That read
Facility.
escape. Okay. I was gonna go for the escape
Though
door.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
How? What do you mean?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But I didn't.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine
I
crushed
was?
every bone in his body,
Why am I still
killing him
alive?
instantly.
I'm still alive. Hey, I didn't get squished. What? This is not supposed to happen. Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
A door. Wait. Is that a door? It is. Is this the what leads me to the new content? I want the new content. No. It's just the
When
credits.
every path you can walk has been
Huh.
created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the
There's all
same.
the doors.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley
Whoa,
was
it's the whole
already
building,
dead
look.
from the moment he hit
You start
start?
here, you walk through here, there's the office, there's the next office, there's the long hallway, the 2 doors. The set of 2 doors was the first concrete piece of Stanley Parable. Once this room is clear, the rest of the game emerged as expansions of it and exploration of condition. This room. Wow. And what's this? The corridor. This piece of this opening section was important to get right across and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office in the beginning of the game. The path of Stanley's office was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added in order for development. The core layout means the same. Wow, what is nature paintings? Whoa, nature painting. Stanley's computer. Wow. Stairs. Whoa. Filing cabinets. I'd like to press. Office computers. This one's downloading. This one's playing. And this one is just a database. Whoa, what's this? An office cubicle, and these are the doors. Only 1, 2, and 3. The button sounds. A selection of sounds used for the games when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and symphonizing. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you get the credits. The model design, the original music, sound design, additional music, voice work written by, developed by. Wow, look at the narrator. Whoa. Where do I go? Wait, based on the work of Stanley Parable 2013 team. Whoa, what's down here? Well, the boss's office, the office clock, and then here. Well, this just leads back here. The lounge, the underground.
But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying
Narrator outs.
Here, I'm just going to make
Recorded dialogue for the entire game, roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes. They were not used in the final game.
Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door.
He's just talking to himself about stuff that wasn't used. Alright, let's go up these stairs, see what's up here. Sorry. Freedom ending. Huh, it's one of the endings. What's this? Countdown desk. Freedom ending. This is Freedom ending as it was existed in the beta. What the? There was a button that came up there. What's this? The monitor room elevator. Huh. No. Okay, what's in here? What's this? This is the ending. The screenshot that I was on, which was entirely cut and removed from the game. This ending model. It's just a button. Layers. Doesn't work. It's in here. Trailers. Oh. Okay, it's about teaser trailers. This is the game is now paused. Begin game and the escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Very many players realized this is what they were supposed to do. This was frustrating for everyone. Well, that sucks. What is this? The meeting room? This was the maintenance layout. Nice. Oh yeah. This was the apartment timer. Then the cargo lift. And then this is the cargo lift that we know and love. What else we got? We got the office. Oh, it's full of money. Fun. These must be all the, like, the different endings you can get. Warzone. Villain film with van by Stanley would end on a battlefield. Action would become surreal. Sentient and would rage on against the narrator. Plus, people probably weren't interested. Wow, you're gonna make it into like a fighting game. Ultra Deluxe announcements. The maintenance room. What's the maintenance room? The office? I feel like this is kind of like a spoiler. Now we're back here. I think we've seen everything. Okay. I don't know where else to go. And I don't know how to get out of here. I'm so lost. We went that way. Oh, exit. Who's laughing?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Alright, we just died that way. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just gonna run through it, see what happens. New content. What's this? We finally found the new content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Wow. Hey, this is the lift. The original one that we're gonna use. Oh, where are we? We're in like the back rooms.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too. This is why we came here. We don't care about the old Stanley Parable.
So far, it's an elevator.
We want the new stuff.
Not special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Go up. I press a button.
Is it broken? What's
Hello?
going on here?
What is going on here?
Should we be moving somewhere or
Oh, it's
there
gone.
we go. All right, finally, at long last,
I have
it's
new
on to the
content.
new
Let's go.
content. I've
This
never
is
been
really
more
the
ready.
new
Let's
content.
do it.
I'm so excited for this new content. Even the narrator's excited.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content.
Starting.
Give me the content,
Come on,
Stanley.
Yeah, I'm going, Mr. Narrator. Whoa. The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, you can jump? Woo, yeah. Oh, it's so good to be able to jump. Oh, yeah. I've never been able to jump before. Stanley can jump? No way. I can't believe it took over 10 years to make jumping a thing. That's crazy. Always wanted to jump. Jumping is awesome. Yeah, jumping. Jumping? Jumping. No more jumping? Oh. Oh, I think I broke it.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, maybe. The jumping circle was fun. Till you ran out. Oh, what? It's just an elevator again. Oh,
Another elevator.
this
Stanley,
game
I
so.
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I know,
It's
right?
just elevators and jumping. Is this what
Jumping's
passes for
awesome.
exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yeah.
Yay.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's
What
see.
is this?
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Yeah, new content. Let's go. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding
That's
me.
it?
You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's not even called Twitter anymore.
It's my fault, Stanley. I
It's
built
called
up
X.
too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Alright, where are we going now? Up these stairs? Sure, let's go up the stairs.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I
In
want
the
to show
vent?
you something.
What's in the vent? How? Huh? Just clip into the vent? Okay. What is it? What is it, Mr. Narrator? What do you want to show me in this low texture vent?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it
Yeah.
got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
What's
Take a
this?
look.
Yeah, the Ultra content, the Ultra Sharks content
I
was just
call it the memory zone.
was just a
It's
jumping
where I've been storing all
circle.
my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
The memories.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
God, that was so long ago.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how
Ah,
wonderful Stanley
2013.
Parable was before it
There
was
it
solid
is.
with a cheap
On Steam.
PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013
So
when the
sweet.
game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
Wow,
Back then, it all
2013.
meant something.
There's all the games that came. Wow, there it is. Wow. Look, it even won an award. Jokes. Good times, good times. Look at this, a science award. Attendance award. Collector's edition. Wow. It was on the cover of all these magazines. Yeah, right. Full of lies, that is. Wow. Memory lane smile because it happened. Wow, there it is. The bits of music from Stanley Parable. Is the music from it? The first dollar that the game made. There it is. Demonstration. There was a demo for this game. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. It's impossible to get this achievement. Unachievable. Damn. A nominee for British Academy Award. Debut game, the story. Video game releasing today. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. There he is, dead on the street. Oh, wow. There's some cheer for the narrator Stanley to look out into this wonderful world of piano, music. Whoa. Wow. Interaction Award, Best of Packs, Design of the Year. Won all these awards. Fantastic Arcade, Social Recognition, Narrative Excellence, Grand Prize.
Is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Wow.
Like this
Don't read any
triumph of games
reviews
journalism.
except this one.
10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie
Destructoid?
Sterling writes,
I don't
and I
think it's
quote,
real.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Whoa. There it is. There's the game. There's the two doors. The original. There's the buttons. Person of the Year, Stanley. The blueprints. The original remake. Wow. For Scott K. There it is on MacBook. There it is. Edition. All the buttons. Your number. What's
There's
this?
another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Yeah. Wow. Where do I go now? Oh, I guess through this open door. The great wealth is memory.
These
Two
were simpler
doors.
times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Really?
What's this? What's down here?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out.
God knows Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh god.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh god.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is always a densely layered web of profound philosophical
This new
insights
content's
that
pretty
I
cool.
can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What's this? Oh god, nice thumbs down. Yes. A box. Whoa. Nothing. Nothing. Another bad review. Was that a good review? That's a good review. Oh, here's one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
True, true,
Can't
true.
know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and
Imagine all
airy
these
as it-
people in
Oh,
the review
right,
people
strange.
getting their reviews actually in the game.
Dear.
That's crazy.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Yeah.
I feel like a failure.
No,
Like I let these people down.
you're not a
Perhaps the
failure.
Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember. What's this one got to say?
9.8 hours on record by Cookie 9.
So the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
A skip
A
button.
skip button.
A skip button.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm
Really?
truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been
Yes.
my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
What's this? Oh, great.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for,
Really?
and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the...
He's just humming a tune.
You're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 40...
Shut up.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
12 hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're...
Fuck up, man.
You're back.
Oh my god, the plant's dead, the lights are out.
Someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here.
We skip him again.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god.
Here again. Welcome.
The lights are completely off now.
About you and about us and about everything we've been...
Skip. Oh my god, the tree's completely dead. The little plant's dead. The narrator's not saying anything. Hello? Narrator? I'm here. Hello, buddy. Oh. Skip. I think the narrator passed. What the hell is that beeping sound? God, I don't like it. Let me skip. Let me go. No, I can't stand this. The beeping. Let me skip forward.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a
Hey,
point.
he's back.
It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Okay, he's just rambling. Wow, look at this place. The clock fell down, the trees. That plant's completely dead. There's a leak in the corner. I wonder how many years have gone by now.
Is never the end, is never the end.
He's just reading the loading screen.
End is never the end, is
Okay.
never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
I wonder how long that would last for. Oh god, there's literally water leaking in. God, this is terrible. God, the skip takes forever though. Yeah, skip. Oh my god, the whole wall collapsed. This whole ceiling collapsed. Oh my god, this probably what happened in Portal. How Portal started? You just kept skipping. Oh, look, sunlight. I can see again. What happened to the narrator? He's like gone or something? Maybe he's just moved on. He's moved on to someone else. Skip. Oh my god, there's plants now. Probably from the sun and all the water leakage. Wow. I think the earth is taking back all this skipping that I'm doing. Oh, the plants died. And it's dark again. Oh, okay. Hello? Okay, what's gonna happen now? God, it is like pitch black in here. Did the sun like burn out or something? This is scary. There's scary ominous music in the background. Oof. What the? We're sideways now. And the button's laying down. Does it even work? Mr. Button? No. I think the button's broken. I'm stuck. Oh. Button? Oh no. Oh, it's a hole. God, it's so bright. Oh my god, what happened? Whoa. We're just out in the desert now. Okay, I guess we're just gonna keep walking. Okay, we're back. So... Okay.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along.
Yes,
I've
to
got
be
what I
alone.
wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where's the next computer one that you put? Oh man, I have to look for it. It's not there. New content. New content. Oh, I love new content.
Good. You notice my sign.
Of course I know it's just signed, buddy.
Something very exciting to show you.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable. and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm gonna end this episode here because the Stanley Parable 2 will have to be played in its whole own separate video. So, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, share on social media, comment down below what you liked and what you want to see more of, and we will jump into the Stanley Parable 2 in the next video. So thanks for watching. Studog out.